present now. So I'm going to present my screen. So just let me know when you can see my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, great. Fine. Basically, this is the Neoload tool, and if you haven't have got any previous experience, let me tell you. So we have like several options. Firstly, to we can create a new project here. So by entering the project name and the directory, like where exactly we want to create this location or local mission, and then we can even create it in the collaboration server. So these are the options for creating a new project. So when it comes to creating a new project, and then when it comes to creating the like open project, like you can open the existing previously existing projects in from this location. And then if for example, if you want to try something like a sample project, you can open the sample project as well from here, so that you can see how well the Neoload works. So this is something like a template kind of thing, and this will have all the requests, like you can see the try, cache, and go to next iteration. So they will be using all the actions. So if you see all these actions here, so they'll be using it
Yes.
here, and you can try these part. So this is something like a kind of a template where you can just go through the uh, folders, and you can understand like how well does it work, and then you can even see the populations here. It will even give populations and then monitors. So yeah, so this is, I mean, like something, this is something we have previously discussed in one of our previous boot camp. So if you want to watch it, I can share you the link. You can watch that. So where we have discussed about how to create a script, how to do the correlation, how to do the parameterization, and then the population, everything. So we have completed all those topics there. And yeah, and then again, if you want to open from your recent projects, you can open it from here. So this is very
Yeah.
basic. And then yeah, so in this bootcamp, or in this video, we will see how to. I think we have got one more person. Okay, it's just us. Okay, so yeah, uh, fine. Okay, so in this bootcamp, like I told you, we'll see about how to integrate this with the a kind of a repository. So why do we need to do this part is, for example, if you are working in a team, in a team of like 3 to 5 people, and everybody will have their own set of plans. Like say you'll be allocated to create 1 to 5 scripts, and the other one will be creating 5 to 6 or 5 to 10, and then the other one will be creating the other set of scripts, right? So everybody will be creating their own set of scripts, and then you all have to integrate your scripts into a common repo where some one of you can take it down, and then you can start the test, or you can upload the entire script to the a new load web, and you can run there, right? So that's the reason, like this is more into collaboration. So nowadays, like we all know, we people work in a team of a collaboration team, and we all have our own set of tasks, and then we'll have to do bring everything at the same point, and then we have to run it. So that's the reason we have to have some knowledge on how to use the collaboration part. Okay, and here, so let me create a project. And before that, yeah, so this is I'm going to use the Bonobo Git server. So this is something like the GitHub. This is not exactly the GitHub, because when if I want to run the GitHub, right, so I have to give some details. So okay, let me just open. I'll just show you. So for example, if I'm opening, where is it? Yep, this one. Yep. So if I okay, so basically we can do several collaborations. Like for example, if I go to the collaboration part, you can see here, right? I can either use the Neotis team server, or I can use the other third-party servers. Like I can use any of the GitHub, or GitLab even, or Azure DevOps, or any of the other tools that I can use it. But what happens is, if I want to connect those set of tools, right? I need to collect all these details, which is like the host details of the port, and this needs to a huge setup. So that's the reason I have set it up in my local host. So, and that is something like the bonobo.git server, right? And this, using this, I can replicate what I mean, like I can show you how does this exactly works. Like for example, how does the GitHub part works. So in case if you have your GitHub in your project, the only thing you have to change is you have to change the host detail, which is that the team, the DevOps team or the infrastructure team, that you can collect it from them. So they'll give you the host details, and then the port, and the name. So this should be the same, and this will be your organization email. And then you have to give the path, where the so path is something like where you have your GitHub server installed in your machine. So which is, again, I'm telling you, like, the infrastructure team will have these details. You can collect from them. And once you have set up everything, and if you click on test, right, so if everything is right, working fine, and you if you are able to connect, establish your connection, then you can get this connection successful message. And then if you click OK, then that means that you have set up your GitHub server, like whatever the collaboration server you set up. So for now, yep, so I have set up this one. So let me go and close this. So if I want to create a new project, so before I create a new project, firstly I have to create uh, a repo in the repository. So for example, if I'm going back to my repository details here, and going back to the home page, so this is where my Git server works. So this is something like my local host Git server, and I'm creating a new repo. So for example, like Neoload Bootcamp, and then if I have to add anything like group, like if you are in a group, like for example, performance testing team or something like that, then you can enter it, and then you can give a description. And in case if you have any logo or something for your team, then you can add it. And nothing else. So everything's good. So the contributors you can add. So if you have a people set of people, then you can add those people as well. And then if you click on create, your bootcamp is created. And if you see, this comes under the performance testing team. And in case if you want to create many other repos, you can create under this set of details, so that everything falls under this particular group. Okay, and for now, I have created a Neoload Bootcamp, and I'm going to clone this. So when I click on clone, so I can create a local repo. Okay, this is already created. Fine, no worries. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the okay, going back to the, yeah, I'm going back to the details, and then here I can see the Git URL. And if I copy the Git URL and coming back to this new project, and I have to paste this as my repo. So this will be my repository path, and then I can give a branch name. It can be anything like main or master, whatever it is. Then if I click on next test, so now in this repo, which is the repo which I have created now, so I have created a main branch. And coming back to here, yep, so I have my main branch, and then the project name which I have given already. So this is the name which we have given it in the project. If I want to change it again, yeah. So this is the name which I've given it uh, in the repo. So if you see the Neoload Bootcamp, the same name will be here. And okay, project already exists in location. That's fine. I'm going to click finish. Yep. So now, yeah. So if you see, I have created my new project, and this is empty. So for now, if I go back to my repo detail, and if you see the commits, so there will be nothing, and only just my main branch is created and nothing else. So there is nothing in my project. So it's just uh, the basic Git setup will be there. Nothing else is there. So now if I go back again to my Neoload, and then let me create a script, and then we'll send it to the repo, right? Uh, okay, let me give the script name, yep. And then click enter the store, and then click fish, and then thirdly click product, click add to cart, proceed to checkout. Enter username, and then yeah, now we have signed in to the application, and then finally I'm going to sign out. Yep, so with that I've completed the transactions. And yep, let me unselect all, and just I'm going to select only my particular repo which I want to create for this one. So clicking on next. And then yep, so now we have got the values, then click on next, next for now, and then finish. Yep, so now we have got the script created, but this is not yet sent to the repo, because if you see, there are no any new commits yet. So it's just in the main branch and no new commits are here. So now if I want to send this to my repo, so I'm going to click on share, and then I'm going to click on the publish project. So this will publish my changes to the repo. So if I click on okay, meanwhile I can create a tag as well. So for example, like tester one, or anybody, like if you want to add your name, you can add that. Then if you click on text, and then your auto password, everything is fine. Click on next. So now I have submitted everything to my repo. So if I click on the one about server again, and then Neoload Bootcamp, and coming to the commits, select main. Yep. So now I have got my new commit. So if I go to my file, and then if I see the NLP file, I can see all the changes which I've did, the scripts which I've recorded, everything will be in the XML format. So now the next thing is, what if someone else from your team is adding a script to it? So now we will see that how to do that. So for that, I'll go click file and then close. And if just imagine this is someone else who is from your team is trying to update or to connect your script. So he's again go back to this one and then paste the repo path. So now we have got a repo path, and then if you click again on main, what will happen is this will tell the branch is already created. So the point here is you'll have to create a new branch to it. You should not use the same main branch. So you have to use the develop branch or whatever, like develop one or develop two, whatever you can name it. And then, yep. So now I have got the, I'm creating a new branch now. So I'm not going to use my main branch, but instead I'm going to create a new branch and then click on test, and it's working fine. And then if I click on finish, then if I click yes, so what happens is I have got, for just imagine this is a person B. So he's trying to open your project from his machine. And then if I go to the share, so since you have already connected to your project, so the only thing you have to do is go to share, click on checkout, and you have to check out the main branch, because that is the one which, okay, even if you can check out the develop branch, but just imagine you do not have anything because you have just created it. It's a very fresh repo, so then nothing is there in the develop branch. So you have to go to the share, click on checkout, take the main branch, and then again click on checkout. So this will create, or this will bring you the whatever scripts which is in the main branch. And now you can make the changes. So for example, or else we will do something like this. Okay, so if you are like creating another separate script, for example, right click on this. Okay, I'm clicking on this and then create duplicate. So now I've got my second script, and now what I'll do is I'm going to publish my project, and this will be to the main branch. So even I can send it to the develop branch, but the point here is I have to send it to my main branch, and this is going to be tester underscore two. So this is a different tester, and he is sending his changes to the main branch. If I click on next, and then another next, next, and then now the changes will be to your main branch. So if I go to the top and then go to the details, and if you go to the commits, I can even see that. I have to choose the main branch, and if you see, I have got the changes here. So which will show me two different scripts, I mean, like two scripts in that particular script. So this way, we can create we can collaborate, we can share the script with the other testers who are working on who are working with us. And then what else? So yeah, so far we saw okay, again, if you want to clone your repo, so you can even clone your repo, for example, like just like this, you can uh, by using this repo path and then the URL, and you can even use the master as a branch. And then if you click on finish, yep, so this will override your project. So this, okay, think for some reason the remote branch, okay, it's not found. That's fine. And clone your main branch, then click on finish. So this will open your main branch, right? And that too with the latest set of scripts. And then you can, when you click on update project, yep, so now it looks fine. So everything is there. You do not have, you have the latest version of your script. So this is how you can clone your repo. And then yeah, we saw how to do the publish project. And if you have any of like, for example, if someone else has made any changes, you can update your project. And then if you have any changes and if you do not want to send it, so you can, like, for example, you're making some changes here, something like let me take one of the script here. Yep. So for example, if I'm making some changes like this, but you do not want to send it to your repo, so again, when you click on cancel local changes, so local modifications cannot be canceled because the project is just migrated. Okay, fine. Okay, we haven't sent it, but that's fine. Okay. Then we have the collaboration preferences as we see already. So you can connect any of your repos to it. And yep, so that is all about the collaboration part. So initially what did we do is we have cloned a repo from here, cloned an empty repo, and then we have created the script. And then once we created the script, we have used it to build our project where we have added a script, and then we have published it to the uh, central repo. So where we can see in the repo browser, we have created a main branch, and if you see, we have got the projects, and then in the develop branch, we have got the scripts. And in case if you want to download, yep, you can download it, and you can directly use it. You can directly open it in your Neoload as well if you want to try it locally. And then yeah, so this is something like the download, where this is something like where we can see it in the GitHub, right? And then we can use this clone part where we can clone our project. So this is already there. So the name is already taken. So that's the reason we cannot create a new repo. And this is again, yep. So this Bonobo. So in case if you want to try using like how to try this collaboration part, you can very well try this Bonobo Git server. And yep, so this is a very short one. If you have any queries or any doubts, please do comment in the comment section. We'll discuss that in our next video. So until then, it's bye bye from Mr. And if you're at Tulsa YouTube channel, bye bye.